All right, biggest news in I guess the gaming space or the entertainment space has been Warner Brothers. Now we have covered Warner Brothers before with Upset. We have covered them before as Warner Brothers had some layoffs, and not surprising, the executives got some really big bonuses. They got some really big bonuses. So how about that? You lay off people, you're losing money, but yet the people who are running the business, who apparently have no accountability, they should have all of the accountability, but the executives have no accountability for anything. They just continue to pay themselves. They always blame, we're taking cost cutting measures, we're taking cost cutting measures. So anyway, so it gets worse. It gets worse. What up, Terry? I'm good. So yeah, it gets worse. So now this news has come along that Warner Brothers Discovery is looking to avoid a breakup with smaller asset sales. So executives fears years of legal challenges if TV and movie studio businesses are split. So let's continue to read this article so we can get a full context of what's going on. So that Warner Brothers Discovery senior management is looking to avoid a breakup of the company as executives race to reverse the Hollywood Group's plunging share price, according to people familiar with the matter. Following a fall of almost 70% in its stock price since Warner Brothers Discovery was formed in 2022, this is literally one of the worst decisions they could have made, merging Warner Brothers and Discovery. I don't know whose bright idea was this to do this, but this was terrible, absolutely terrible. But the chief executive, David Zaslav, who again is taking no accountability for any of this, and chief financial officer Gunnar Wiedenfels have reportedly evaluated all options to arrest the decline, said two people familiar with the matter. This is very interesting because I'm like, at the top position, I wonder, first of all, what is going on? Like, what is causing Warner Brothers stock price to just dip tremendously like this? And what all options have they truly considered here to stop the bleeding, essentially? So let's continue. However, senior executives who carried out a detailed analysis of the consequences of the split have determined that fencing off the group's declining television channels from its streaming and studio business was not the best option at the time, according to people who are familiar with the discussions. The Financial Times reported last month that WBD, which owns HBO, the Warner Brothers studio, and CNN, was drafting a breakup plan. That, let's see, not catering to DC, probably in terms of the universe come to mind. That's one of them, yeah. That's one of them. DC definitely has not been treated in the best respect and the best measures in the universe. So yeah, that's one. So to continue here, but while such a split initially looked compelling on paper, it will create varying significant operational challenges. Doing sports right deals, because just remember they recently just did that collaboration with ESPN and Fox. So that's a new deal that's going on. So we got to figure out what's going on. TNT, I know that's a thing because that's under Warner Brothers, the whole Warner Brothers umbrella. So TNT is with that. They're about to lose the NBA. So dang, it's tough for them right now. So doing sports right deal, determining what goes on in linear television or what goes on direct to consumer streaming, and when, said a person who was involved in the deliberations. In the best case scenario, you'll be dealing with years of legal challenges. What up, Paladin? A company spokesperson declined to comment. Breaking up with the Story Hollywood Group would be likely to trigger lawsuits from debt investors, while also complicating the use of Warner's content across various platforms and networks. A corporate breakup was viewed as the nuclear option. Oh, pressing the red button, said another person who spoke to WBD's management, but they cautioned that the situation was fluid and circumstances could change. So the CEO and CFO are instead looking to offload smaller assets. They're considering offers to sell a Polish broadcaster TVN or a stake in Warner's video game business. Now, this is how the whole video game situation comes to fruition, and this is how it bled over into our world, because Warner Brothers Games is there. They own IPs like Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, other things like that. So they're considering doing that as well. So Warner Brothers games might get sold somewhere, or they might sell the IPs. So be looking out for that. I wonder what's going to happen if they consider that option. Who would be a good studio to take Mortal Kombat? Who would be a good studio to take Harry Potter? That will be the question, because honestly, especially in this climate, I don't think that any studio is really prospering out here. It's a very, very small conglomerate that is prospering. Every other developer, every other publisher seems to be suffering right now. Everybody is suffering layoffs. It doesn't matter how big you think their IPs are. It doesn't matter how big you think their companies are. You may think that they're doing good from the outside, but according to them, they're not doing good, and they are just laying off people left and right. So who do you think would be good to take on franchises like Harry Potter and Mortal Kombat? So we'll be looking closer to see what ends up happening if Warner Brothers does just go to what they consider the nuclear option and start selling Warner Brothers games IPs. So let's continue on. I said, was wondering how you got Max in your Disney Plus bundle, considering you want DC stuff on Max. Yeah, all of that stuff is all going to get bundled together. All of the streaming stuff is going to end up getting bundled together. It's so stupid because you have all these separate platforms, and it basically is television, like all these different subscription services, and then at the end of the day, they're still going to end up merging together and putting all their content all on one platform. It's so dumb because it's still TV at this point. Why not just get cable? And the only reason why we have streaming services is, one, on-demand content, and two, there's a bunch of exclusive content that you can't get on television. Like, it's so backwards. So backwards. Can you imagine a FromSoft Harry Potter? That'd probably be fire. I don't think they would ever do it, but that would be interesting. From Software, like, one of the only studio that's still prospering. They ain't worried about nothing. So let's continue here. Warner Brothers management hopes investors will remain patient as they work to turn around the company. I mean, it's only a little bit of time, man, and investors can take before they like, nope, like, we out of here. They said, believe in this true market capitalization should be around $60 billion or $25 a share, well above the $7.88 which it closed at. That's crazy. It was at $7.88. Woo, man. The group was formed in April 2022, as you said, out of a merger that was meant to help two legacy media companies, Discovery and Warner Media, compete in a brutal streaming battle with Netflix and Disney. So they wanted to combine because they wanted to compete with Netflix and Disney, and this didn't work out at all. Nobody liked this. Everybody was so confused. Why are you changing HBO Max to just Max? Why did this merger happen? Warner Brothers Discovery. Nobody likes the Discovery CEO, and look what happens. Make this merger, and things look like they're going to absolute crap. Since the merger, the group is focused on cutting costs. Of course, that's the buzzword now, cutting costs, and paying off debt, introducing several rounds of layoffs, and selling assets such as All3Media, UK production behind Fleabag. You know, we talked about this as Rooster Teeth. Rooster Teeth was under Warner Brothers, and they ended up cutting them. And they also ended up cutting Adult Swim games. We talked about that before. So they are still cutting, and now they're looking to sell. You know, you cut them out of the picture, and now you're looking to sell. Crazy, man. The F all the streaming war, throw hands in the street. Man. So CNN, they say last month they laid off about 100 employees, or 3% of its staff, as part of a digital turnaround strategy. Like, again, you're laying off these people and it's still not working. That's crazy. People losing their jobs and it's still not working. Like, at some point you're laying off all these companies, closing down these studios. Like, when will you right the ship, or when will you realize that it's not working? Like, how many more people have to lose their jobs or content be cut in order for things to turn around? It's not happening right now. What up, Flexalot? It's not happening. While Warner Brothers management has been keen to sell assets, the bar for divesting CNN will be very, very high because of its strategic importance as well as the tax implications of a deal. This person added that WBD considered it unlikely that there will be an offer compelling enough to offset these concerns. Zaslav has also made it very clear that he views CNN as a strategic and reputational asset. Yeah, just imagine if Warner Brothers, because like I said, I don't know what their political alignments are. But CNN, as you know, CNN, as you know, can get very biased at times. You know, just like Fox News. Fox News tends to be on the right, and CNN sometimes could be on the left. You know, sometimes could be on the left, but you know, CNN be having they stuff too, man. All these companies are buying. So yeah, I would understand that, again, depending on your political alignments and also who you align yourself with outside of, you know, politics. But you know, that can be very important. It's something that you don't want to let go, because you essentially control the news. You know, that's what it is. Somebody controls Fox News, somebody controls CNN, all these other independent YouTube political channels. So you know, it's all just propaganda. It's all just propaganda. What up, Cammy? As long as the people on top ain't losing their job or money, they don't care. That is 100% fact, or that is 100% fact. So they're trying their best, which really ain't their best. I'm lying, being sarcastic. They are not trying their best. They're doing a very terrible job. What up, Duplessis? They're doing a very terrible job, man. So just imagine, man, if we lose Warner Brothers, like that's a lot of IPs, man. Warner Brothers has been around for a very long time, very iconic here. So just imagine, man, like if Warner Brothers just goes completely belly up and there's just nothing anymore, or again their IPs or their assets just go to somebody else, and you're just like, this feels weird, right? Like this feels weird. Another company, you know, having this IP now, having these assets, having these franchises. So man, it's looking dire for Warner Brothers. It doesn't seem like anything that they're doing is working at this point. So again, you're going to have to go with that nuclear option, which is splitting, or you're going to have to find somebody to buy these assets. So we shall see. We'll see if anybody buys these assets. We'll see how much that these assets are worth. I just hope that more people don't lose their jobs, but it seems like that is going to continue to happen in this situation. It seems like it's going to continue to happen. If WB goes, there goes multiverses. Maybe, unless somebody buys them too. We'll see. Do you happen to see the video you sent me on Twitter? Did you send it in my DMs? Or did you just tweet me? Because I have something in my DMs now. MK characters attacking would be dope. Why is my stuff just not loading? I don't know. My stuff is not loading. I said I have something, but I can't. Yeah, I don't know. Twitter is tripping right now. It's tripping right now. I'll check it out in a moment. But anyway, so that's it, man. That's it. So we'll see what happens with this. But literally, with every bit of news that has come out for Warner Brothers, it has not been good. It has not been good. So we'll continue to keep our eyes on this situation and see what they ultimately end up doing. If they decide to go the route of selling, who are they going to sell it to? Who actually wants these IPs? Or if they can't find any buyers, then they're going to go and split up. So we shall see.